So after my talk, it's gonna be really cool. We're gonna have a little book signing after, and this is kind of one of my favorite parts because I get to meet the people that are super passionate about their culture, about their values, and connecting, which I love.
Please welcome Jenn Lim.
Please join me in welcoming Jenn Lim.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jenn Lim.
Jenn is the CEO and CHO, which I love this. This is a Chief Happiness Officer and the creator of Delivering Happiness and creator of the Zappos Culture book. The book details how companies can use happiness as a business model to increase productivity and profitability.
How's everyone feeling? Happy. That was the first. Well, my job is done. I'll see you later. If you feel you can predict your own personal, meaningful happiness, raise the hands. There was a dude by the name of Aristotle that said that happiness is the purpose of our existence. And more importantly, he said happiness is dependent on ourselves. The data shows that we as human beings are actually really hardwired to seek that happiness, but we're really, really bad at predicting what can sustain it over time. This became an aha moment for us 15 plus years ago in thinking individual happiness and organizational happiness. We all need pleasures in life. Could be last night hanging out at the bar, playing golf with your friends, going shopping with your family. These are all pleasures that are really important, but they're very fleeting. The happiness goes up and it comes down very quick. Same thing for businesses. We all know it needs profits. But now we know more than ever, unless you layer on passion and purpose on top of it, the odds of you sustaining individual happiness or sustainable organizations are going to be that much more against you, especially now in this adaptive age.
Say, hey, this is what we did at Zappos. Let's try to apply it using these universal scientific frameworks to other organizations, and it's been really unbelievable. I really could never imagine how we're now around the world doing these happiness culture initiatives for all sizes, all kind of industries, governments, hospitals, you name it. But you look around right now, everyone's got a purpose statement, everyone's got mission and values and all that. But then if you look under the cover, are they really living it? And are their employees really believing in it? It's so interesting, there's such a huge delta.
Right.
But with leaders like yourself, who understand the connection between, hey, if I want to sustain myself and actually scale and grow in a world that keeps on changing so quickly, I got to adapt. How do I adapt? With my culture.
And we know culture, what it isn't anymore, is not having free drinks in the fridge. It's not having ping pong table in the rec room. It's having to have a dynamic organization to embrace the changes every time someone walks into new to your organization and every time someone walks out. So how are we as teams and leaders committed are we to this idea to really make it last in a sustainable way? Happiness of an organization and happiness of self is when what you think, your strategy, say, your brand, and do, your culture, are in harmony. Focus on the me first because, again, the goal is to make sure you as an individual feel whole at work. You feel authentic. You feel like you're living your purpose and values. At the same time, all the me's in your organization are accountable for what they say they're going to do. Imagine if we were living by our passion and purpose and our values on a day-to-day basis, and then imagine if we were living and prioritizing happiness first. Oh God, just got off stage and it's just an incredible feeling when I see people's eyes light up or they're smiling just because when they hear something that can take home with them and take back to work with them and just start using it and executing it in everyday life. So I love that feeling.
Listening to this whole keynote that just occurred was just a reminder of all the awesomeness that companies can bring. That really spoke to me because I think it's, like she said, it's about being authentic, it's about being honest, and bringing honesty and authenticity to your work regardless of where you are, regardless of where you are within the hierarchy of the company is really important because that's what brings the culture of the company out and that's what brings your brand out. Listening to her really inspires me. And it really makes me want to do more and want to grow more and be able to bring that energy and that authenticity to the workplace where I really do think that there's a lot more companies that need that.
work for a company, it's about 100 people, and they're kind of still in a startup mode, about 7 years in. And I really have worked for Zappos, I've worked for Downtown Project, I've worked for some really great companies. And it's really about focusing on having that company culture for not only the external customers, but as well as the internal customers. It's the number one piece, I think, in really having a successful company is taking care of the people inside that make it tick and make it continue to evolve and grow, as it is to pay attention to the customers that are actually paying your bills.
So what's really cool now is that we know that happiness is not a fluffy concept. It's not just rainbows and unicorns. It's actually something based on science, and that something can be measured, whether it's for you as an individual, for teams, or for the community at large. Because at the end of the day, that's kind of all we want anyway, right? We just want to be happy. We want to make sure the people that we love are happy too. So let's talk about how we can do that and create happiness at the workplace and at home.